This week on Right Turn Garage TV. You hear that muffler? That's a stock sounding system right there. We'll be upgrading it, and apparently we got a squeak somewhere up front in one of the bells, or the bell. It's a new one too, I don't understand. Maybe it just got wet, I don't know. But anyway, we got a whole new system for this sucker. I'm gonna shut her down because I gotta measure a pipe real quick. I just want you guys to hear this. Hear this new thing. Now, what I ordered on the Amazonian type website was, guys, I got some exciting news too. Where is it? How does that work? Anyway, there it is. What is, Brian? I ordered this Dynomax stainless steel. Yep. I know, you're looking at it the same way I am, right? Like, but that doesn't look stainless. Well, it sure as heck doesn't. Let me get all this stuff out here. I was going to go with the original idea was I think it was called American Thunder or something from Flowmaster, which sounds excellent from all the clips that I've heard. I've never actually heard it in person. I've just heard it, you know, on the YouTubeage videos and all that. So now this is not going to be a professional install by no means, because you know I'm not a professional exhaust type person, you know, but this is my new pipe, and I'm going to have to get a pipe that connects up here. If you remember right, that one was rotted off of the front by the converters, but I can get a coupler to go over it hopefully and into that, so we're hoping we can. And then we got I think this is where they got the stainless part, because I'm pretty sure there's some stainless steel tips in here. I'm pretty excited about the dual outlet. And even though I'm not all about a V6, how do you want to say it? Exhaust system, I do believe that having a, what the frick? Oh, that's padiddle right there. That's bull spit. Look at that. I didn't see any tips with that. Dynomax, I'm also disappointed that you didn't give me a stinking sticker. I wanted a sticker. Well, look at that. Is this it? Oh, never mind. They did. I'm sorry, Dynomax. You did give me tips. Just the tips. And pretty excited about these. I mean, it will make a heck of an appearance difference, at least in the back end of it, right? Then I gotta replace that bumper because that thing is just, you know. Yep, there's the stainless part, and look at that. That does look good. So this was considerably less than the American Thunder, and from the clips that I had heard, it sounds pretty darn good. You guys will get first chance at it to hear it just like I will. But I like it. Look at that Dynomax right there. Just look at it. Oh gosh, that looks good. So I need to measure that end, because we're going to have a pipe slide over it, and then the pipe up here that also had just, it went to Never Never Land. Like, it's never coming back, and it's never going to be the same. So we'll measure that one, measure that, get a little piece of pipe in town, couple all this stuff together, and my next night vision type, there's no more generator, that's what I'm getting at. We have electric, guys. Now, no lights yet. I know, I'm trying. Give me time. But that ceiling is 16 foot up there. I was born 5'7" on a good day, fellas. That's like a lot taller than this little guy. and I don't like heights, but I'll get them. I have to. This is my shop, so. But nonetheless, I mean, I've got cold water now. I mean, look at this. Just got that off like an auction site for 11 bucks. Fixed the little hose on it. We got cold water, baby. But anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna go measure, get a coupler, and I'll show you how we do this, all right? All right, guys, so I bought these pliers here. These are especially for those rubber type thingies right here. Now, I sprayed them with WD-40. I don't know if you guys have ever fought with these before, but I got these on the Amazonian website for like 16 bucks. They're made by Lyle. They're exhaust pliers or something like that. And they are worth it. I saved the last one just so I could show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me see if I can angle this thing just right. Is that it? Well, hopefully. Now, you take this and there's a little collar. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to show you guys. Hopefully I can. Okay, so, and I'm gonna have to use 2 hands for this, so it doesn't give it to you. I mean, it's not gonna be a freebie by no means, but usually you taste a little rust. That's free. Okay, so the way this puppy's supposed to work, yep, you're seeing everything but what you're supposed to. There we go. It's supposed to lodge right behind that, and it's supposed to push on that stud. Maybe I can show you on this one. Yep, there she goes. So, what I did on this one, did I disconnect that? I didn't. Okay, cool. So this one will be easier to see. Come here, light. Where are you? Show up, buddy. All right, so. Does that show it? That shows it. Okay. Somewhere in there. Hopefully you're getting to see it. There's a collar right here. That's where you put this. You put this right in front of that collar. You're gonna have to wedge it in there. And like I say, it's not a freebie. You have to manhandle it, and then this Captain Hook looking thing pushes on that, and voila, you got a muffler flying in your face. Yep, just like that. So that was easy, right? I've already disconnected the other 2. I just wanted to show you one that I could actually get to and show you. Like I say, you wedge this right here, and this part pushes down right there, and it's some sort of voodoo magic that makes that sucker like that. Trust me when I tell you, it's worth 16 bucks. One, you're probably going to spend more than 16 bucks replacing all those rubber things if you cut them. Then they're still not fun. This, you get to reuse them, and you have a tool that just made it a lot easier. You can cut them if you want, but why waste money? You know, now you have a tool that'll do it. So that's what I would absolutely recommend. Also, this is our pipe. We got this from the Amazonian site. It does have a few dings and dangs in it from the delivery. See that? Oh, he's sad. But nonetheless, you can pull that out with a set of pliers, not a big deal. I scraped off all the little tape things that was on there. This is a Walker brand. I think that's what it was called. Walker? From Walker Exhaust. This pipe here was pretty darn cheap. It's like less than 50 bucks. That's a steal. The muffler, I think, was like 2 something, but had the tone I wanted. You can get a cheaper one if you want. You can get a more expensive one if you want. I think the Flowmaster is around 500. This was about half of that. I don't remember the exact price. It may be around 200, maybe around 240. I can't remember. But anyway, so that pipe there and this pipe here, I think I'm 300-ish in the exhaust system, and that's not bad. So now granted, my buddy Jason in town at Buckeye Tire and Exhaust, he can hook you up too, but I need this for my video. And tell you the truth, I haven't done much exhaust. Jason's done all of mine for years. He's excellent. Go see him. He's on Huron Street in Jackson. Buckeye Tire and Exhaust. He'll get you a good deal on tires too. Does excellent work. He's got a V8 Jeep Wrangler that he did. It's awesome. Anyway, back to this. So we're going to dislocate this pipe all the way, pull it back, drop this muffler, and see where we're going to cut. Hopefully I got the right connector to connect all this exhaust. I hope I did. We're going to see. If not, we're going to go and get a tailpipe expander and make it the right size. All right, so I'll let you know what happens. Well, campers, as you can see, the Amazonian site may have steered me 100% wrong, because that's the new one and that's the old one. Yeah, so what we're going to have to do is cut this pipe and insert quite a bit of this pipe to make it work. Annoyed? Very much so. Thank goodness I have a welder and just a little bit of patience. That really burns me up, man. I double checked the old Amazonian site too. It was for an 09 unlimited, and that's not the right pipe. So you might want to check it before you go ahead and disconnect all this. You know, maybe break out the old measuring stick that I didn't, and you know, go from there. Because now we're taking another trip into town. I'm gonna get another coupler and add this in there like magic. Yeah. I don't know what the world, I mean, come on now. Come on, man. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this in half, probably right about here where it's nice and straight. And then, actually, you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna measure this time from there to there, see how much I need, and then that should give me a measure from here to right in there-ish. Something nice and straight-ish. That's annoying. That's annoying. But nonetheless, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be using, thank goodness, this piece of pipe. I mean, it sounds like metal, so we'll hope there's still some good metal in there. It looks good. So anyway, back to the drawing board. We're gonna piece it together, a brand new exhaust system. Jason, I should have come seeing you. All right, anyway, back to work. So what I did, I measured from this exhaust hanger to this exhaust hanger, and I measured out, this is the bend that I'm gonna need where I need it. And that's gonna be the starting point for it, because I even had to cut a piece out of this, because this bend is where that particular bend is. And I can either reattach it like that, add a lot more welds or clamps or whatever, which I'm not going to do. And yeah, so I'm going to cut from here to here, but I want to save this bend. This bend is apparently supposed to be in this exhaust somewhere. So hopefully I got enough to connect it all and weld her together or clamp it together, whatever the heck I got to do. And I'm really disappointed. I also did this. I drew a white line on this exhaust somewhere, right there, and right there to let me know this was the line that I'd cut. Well, that way so the exhaust stays the exact angle it's supposed to, you know, all that good stuff. So this, I'm just going to fabricate in right there in between all that. And if I need to cut, I'm going to cut from this end rather than this end because I want that bend. Hopefully this don't happen to you guys. Hopefully they send you the right one. But I'm going to slowly put this thing back together and see what happens, and I'll let you know. So hopefully you got enough clamps and all this good stuff. We'll see. All right, kids, so we got her. We got her all on. To say this was easy would be an absolute lie. It was way out of my field. I am not an exhaust man. Furthermore, I haven't started it yet. Me and you's gonna get to here at the same time. But I'll show you a few things that I learned while doing the exhaust, which is always a great time to learn, you know, whenever you got stuff cut everywhere. So I had to use a piece of the old pipe because I showed you where it was like, it was 24¼ inches off from this hanger to that hanger right there. So I measured it out, saw where I needed to keep the bend, welded it. I'll just show you. How about that? Let me find my light here. Stay, sit right there. Yep. All right, light. Where were you, boy? There you are. Yes, there you are. All right. So this is what I would suggest if you get nailed like I did on the Amazonian specials. One, measure your pipe, because if not, you're going to be welding. And yeah, I had to weld it there because I was short one clamp. It'll be fine though. But what you're going to want to do if you run into this problem is put this pipe on first. Yes, I had to double clamp it because this part was rotted out. I didn't want to weld this because this pipe it's kind of thin anyway. This is just, hopefully it'll last for quite a while. It should. I shoved this pipe in as far as I could get it, clamped it, and coupler there, clamped it there. And I didn't weld it because, one, I mean, I'm a decent welder, as you can see, but whenever it gets to the on top stuff, I did these welds outside of the vehicle. Now my buddy Jason at Buckeye Tire and Exhaust, he can do them in his sleep. I'm pretty sure he practices in his sleep. But what I did was I put this piece in first, welded this flange on to this old piece so I could fit it piece by piece, because I wasn't sure. I didn't mark this pipe. Remember how I showed you the white line? Don't even worry about the white line. Just whenever you go to fit it, I mean, that's what you're going to want. And that's why that one come out so crummy, is because I did it on the vehicle. You know, I'm not an exhaust guy. And Jason, yeah, you always get my exhaust work, but I had to do this for the fans or friends or whoever watches the show. If you're just doing a muffler replacement, if you're upgrading your exhaust system on this, it's extremely easy, guys. This clamp right here, that's all you need to take off. You can cut this sucker right there, cut the clamp, not the pipe. Cut the clamp, you can take your rubber mallet, smack on this muffler right here, and 9 times out of 10, they'll fall right off. Use that clamp tool, push those suckers out. Use some WD-40 or some PB Blaster on that one and that one, and boom, you got it off of there. These right here, I mean, they're 17 millimeter to bolt on your professional looking clamps and your stainless steel tips. Now that all that fun stuff is over, why do you say we just see what she sounds like? Because that's ultimately what this video is all about, isn't it? So I'm gonna set you guys here, and you're gonna get to hear it before I get back here. Dude, that sounds amazing. That is perfect. I didn't want the high that you get out of a V6. This is a hum. Look, listen at that. I am impressed. That sounds amazing. That made this Jeep worth at least $100 more. Had to have. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Listen at it. I'm gonna do that one more again, just so I can hear what it sounds like. That is exactly the exhaust sound I was wanting. I didn't want a real high pitch. I didn't want it to sound like a V6. Call me crazy. I like a good old V8 Thunder sound, you know what I mean? Like, let the lightning hit and thunder roll. This right here, I am recommending Dynomax stainless steel. That sucker, if you like the way that sucker sounds, that to me, that's money, Jack. That sounds good. And it was considerably cheaper than the Flowmaster. Not knocking Flowmaster, it's a good sound exhaust, but for the money and what I wanted, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a nice, yeah, that's right, that kind of sound. Not a, you know, not to where somebody could say, oh yeah, that's a V6. That sounds like poopy. Something that'll give a little roar down the holler, you know what I mean? So, got the grass cut yesterday, got this today, and before we say goodbye to all this beautiful weather, I think I'm gonna go hit the swimming pool. It's heated because it's only 81 here today. But as always, guys, if you don't care, you know what time it is. Right there, one of those two. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I hope this movie, it felt like a movie. I hope this was helpful, and absolutely Dynomax. That's a good sounding muffler, and she was relatively easy to install. The pipe, not so much. Measure that one. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great weekend.